Good morning and welcome to day 8 transmission. I have got messages today that I've just received. So today is the 8th of April 2020, which is a 16, which is a 7. Look at your internal mental health. Okay, so what thoughts are you thinking? What beliefs do you have? What knowings do you have? The throat chakra is being worked on significantly for quite a large number of light workers on the planet. So, take care of your throat chakra and be aware of what's happening there. Soles of the feet. Apparently, if you put something on the sole of your feet, it ingest into your body quicker. So I've been using coconut oil a lot for everything. I've been putting it on toast, I've been putting it on my body, I've been eating it, I've been oil pulling with it. Coconut oil seems to have some kind of property that we need at the minute, that we possibly need. So if you put it on the soles of your feet, it will absorb quicker. And that applies to oils or anything else, I think. Sage, I've been saging every day. Chakras, checking your chakras, are they in alignment? And your hands and your feet chakras, the Christ is saying. I think he's going to be talking more about that in the actual reading. But there you go, they're the messages for today from the Solar Scribe. Right, Metatron wanted to come in first, and I do feel the energy is ramped up considerably overnight. There was somebody put something on YouTube. Rick Lopp, I think his name is, said we were at the nexus point, and when I saw that, I thought, yes, we are at the nexus point. Okay, so let's see what Metatron has to say about that. Right, okay. So, exactly what I've just said, really, what Metatron is saying, that we are the warriors of light. I've said this before, this is the sword of truth, this is the silver crown chakra. Take notice of what's happening, because it was a full moon yesterday. And here we've got the number 3 as well. So what Metatron is saying is you have all the tools that you need. This is your sword of light. But however, if you feel like you need something else and you need to call on those energies to help you, it's really important that you call on them, because they won't be given to you. You're a master now. You call for what you need to do this job. Okay. So that's that one. Communication, which is the throat chakra, which I've just said. Speak up and be heard. It's time to shine. Number 5. Okay. So this energy began on the 5th, I felt. Which would have been the Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. And it's just increasingly been getting more amplified as the days have gone on. People not sleeping. Lots of physical symptoms. I know I've got very itchy skin at the minute, which is the carbon turning to the crystalline. So we really need to look at what is happening internally as well as externally. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of releasing of excuse me, a lot of releasing of emotion and crying and, releasing old baggage that we can't take with us any longer. And this again was the full moon in the UK yesterday, which is the 7. The dolphins are offering support. Call in the dolphins if you need the help. And interestingly, we've got 3, 5 and 7. And, I say about sequence of numbers all the time. Be acutely aware of numbers in sequence, or odd numbers or even numbers, and what they are saying to you, because they're speaking to your internal codes. You have keys and codes that internally in your divine inner light matrix. Okay, right, I'm going to pull the masters see where they want to stand with Metatron on this. And then we'll do the Archangels. Goodness me. Actually, they're standing together, these two. Okay. Soul Flame. Goodness. Right, let's get a bit of that going on. Moyra. So again, all these have been out. St. Germain's been absent for a little bit, I gotta say, but he's back. Commander Ashtar came in yesterday. And Venus. Wow. The crew are in the house. Joan of Arc. Right, okay, that's enough. I might need another one, but I'm sorry, my throat chakra is just very, very up and down today. Right, these are the ones I'm using. Let's get into the reading. So, Joan of Arc is talking about communication, voice of truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. Right, so all week, this is what this 13-day transmission was about. I've been talking about the Christ and the persecution of the Christ. And I really do feel that this timeline is being reconstructed and healed now on the planet. So what Joan of Arc is saying, that we need, as starlights and starseeds, we know what's happening. Communication, speak up and be heard. There is no longer any persecution around us saying that we work with unicorns, or saying that, oh, your chakra's balanced, or asking someone if they're okay because you can see their aura is, you know, a muddy grey colour. She's saying a few years ago that, you know, even 100 years ago, that wouldn't have been possible. They would have locked you away for that in an institution. So she's saying there is absolutely no reason for us to hold back now. We need to start speaking the truth, our truth. Okay, so Saint Germain is coming in with Holy Amethyst. So again, this is a really strong violet flame cleansing day. So if you can use the violet flame to cleanse the planet, cleanse yourself, cleanse the animals, anything you can think of that you feel drawn to from the heart, to be able to help assist, is what they're saying would be beneficial at this time. And again, this laser point focus that Amethyst brings in, divine alchemy, move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. They're encouraging us to, and this goes back to the mental, where have I put it? So this goes back to the internal mental health. What are your thought processes? What are you thinking? We need to keep our vibrations on a really high positive polarity today. Today seems to be some kind of nexus point. Rich is right. I'm trying to do the numbers. So 13 days, if you split that into, you know, kind of midway point, that would be the 7th. Today's the 8th. So it's the intensity of the energy is ramping up slightly. Which is nothing to bother about, because we've all got these skills. We absolutely know what we're doing. Excuse me. Okay, right, so what Moyra is encouraging us is, you know, I've talked about the lapis helping us with the throat chakra, so he's recommending that again. And if you are struggling with thought processes of, so he said some starlights' minds are working like this because we're multidimensional, and I do this myself. We can multitask really well. So we can look into past, present, future all at the same time. Then we can work out what we're having for dinner. We can work out what finance we've got in the bank. And it's all going on at once. So he's saying that will not serve your highest purpose in the next couple of days, because we need to bring it back to presence in the forever moment of now. So if you have a piece of lapis, carry it with you, and just look at it at certain points of the day. And just be at one with that crystal. Any crystal is saying, it doesn't have to be lapis, but just be at one with it. Through your breathing, it will bring you back to the present moment of now. So you haven't got all this mind chatter going on. Because yes, it's multi-dimensional skills, but we're using them in a very 3D way. So it's kind of, we're staying on the very base level of it. And those gifts are meant to be taken up to the highest positive polarity. Okay. Right, these two working together. Command Ashtar, call to action, Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. So there's keys and codes. The galactics are really, really present now. More so than they've ever been. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. So what Joan of Arc is saying, yes, Commander Ashtar, that's what I'm saying to them. Voice of truth, walk your talk. Amethyst, Joan of Arc, focus on your purpose. Amethyst, focus on what you desire. So they're all giving the same message really strongly, that we need to focus in the present moment with the crystal, with the breath, with any object you can find. Bring it to the present moment of now. Sorry, I got a bit distracted then. So we've got amethyst, we've got lapis, we've got the teal, any green crystal. Use all the tools that are available to you, Metatron is saying, and ask for ones that you feel that you need, that you don't have. You will have them within you. You will just be given information to bring them out. Oh goodness. Right, so Lady Venus is saying truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. So what Ashtar is saying, do not dismiss anything out of hand. Do not dismiss anything out of hand. Everything is possible now. Okay, so Soul Flame. Do you want another card, Radha? Right, Radha wants a Metatron card. Just let me pull that one first and then. She's standing with Metatron on this, right? Okay, I know what that is. Right, so I said yesterday about couples uncoupling and coming to the end of the road, because we've all been upgraded to, now I'm using 3D words here, so I'm trying my best. We've all been upskilled through our own divine masculine, divine feminine to within ourselves, which has allowed us to be with our highest positive polarity soul flame. So there are soul flames here. So there are twin flames out there that are already together, but that is they've come to the end of the road now, because there's a new one out there that's more in line with this new upskilling that person has had, if that makes sense. So that will be endings, and Radha's calling for compassion for that, because within that person they will know that they need to move on. Okay, so it's all about finding the harmony and healing within the relationship, and then uncoupling and letting go of it. So I'm getting letting go really strongly as well. Right, gosh, right, let's pull another 3 masters, and then we'll do the crystals to help with this energy. I've also had nausea, and eating very lightly, so I can't kind of digest. It's a weird feeling, because I feel like I'm hungry, and then when I start eating it, I can't eat it. That's what the 5th dimensional energy is. Okay, I'm asking Venus to pull these 3 together for some reason. That's why. Because when you look at the numbers, we had 3, 5, 7 at the beginning. Now we've got 5, 7, 9. So look at the numbers that you're being given. Right, so we've got the Earth, which doesn't surprise me. I thank Lady Gaia for inviting me to be on Earth, so it's about gratitude. We've got the fire dragons here, and this fire energy, I did say, I felt really strongly. So let me pop that down a sec. Fire dragons. So dragons are fourth. Well, I won't do the dimensional thing because there's been a shift and change there. So it's Archangel Gabriel and Thor for the fire dragons. The fire dragons can, if you request it, consume negativity in places and auras, and then ask Gabriel to bring the shimmering diamond light back in. Call on a fire dragon to transmute any stuck energy in your own aura and to light you up at a higher frequency so you can radiate enthusiasm and joy. I invoke fire dragons to clear my path to ascension. So this could be if you're feeling a bit low in energy like I was yesterday. And then we've got Kuthumi, who's been around the block a lot of times. You won't mind me saying that. Kuthumi is drawing your attention to something important, and he's the Brotherhood of the Golden Robe, so he's standing with Christ on this one. I am open to learning and teaching. Ask him to wrap you in his light. Okay. Right, let's do the crystals. So these crystals that are coming along now will be very beneficial for you to work with if you've got them. Okay, I wasn't not too surprised that one's come out. Right, where's my book? I'll show you the crystal one that I'm using. That one. There's a very no-nonsense energy around again today. It's kind of, I said this the other day, it was like an urgency energy of just, you know, all these connections being made, all these grids being built. Right, okay, so we've got gold, the solar angel. I think this has definitely been out in the last couple of days. This is the Christ energy through the solar sun gateway. Okay, so any gold that you can wear will be very beneficial at this time. 54, which is a number 9, Goddess Pele and the Lava Stone. Right, so today's an 8 day, so we've got the 888 here. And Pele and the Lava Stone melt into divine desire. So this is working through the base chakra again, but like I've said, the base chakra is being upgraded. So there are more overlays of colours being put on the base chakra. So look at your base chakra today and what desires you actually have in there. What desires are you holding for your highest positive polarity? Okay. Right, let's do the hearts next. I always get that box the wrong way around, that's very weird. Which is that one? Where are you? Okay. I've literally got most of the cards out today and I was kind of like, what is going on? I can't get through all these. And they were saying, what we're saying to you is you need to bring out all of your tools now. You need to bring out all of your skills now. Joan of Arc, look, Divine Feminine, got armour on, got a sword, got this sword. This is her sword. She's a, strong, independent, divine feminine energy. We need that now. We need to step it up now. This is what this energy is. It's kind of step into the front line and being counted. Right. Right, we've got Isis here, who is another very strong goddess. Tune into the subtle and divine force within me, and you shall sense the subtle and divine force within yourself and all living things. Over the coming days, there is a heightened sense of spiritual connection with Isis, goddess of motherhood, magic, and fertility. Okay, wow. So the Egyptian connection came out yesterday really strongly as well. So Joan of Arc is standing really as one with the sword and Isis. So on that note, I shall pull the goddess cards, I think. Let's see what the goddesses are saying. I don't have a book for this one. Athena. Inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Again, Joan of Arc's taking centre stage today. It's action time, people. I just keep hearing lights, camera, action. We're good to go. We're doing this. Okay. And communication with each other is key. That's why I keep being shown the grid. But this just isn't... right, just let me say that before I move on. This just isn't physical communication because we're in social distancing. This is telepathy. These are the telepathic skills coming online. Through your clairaudience, through your skin, through your body. I know it sounds weird, but you will get information through your skin. Okay, right, we've got Isis again. The situation involves your past life memories. So that's back a nod to the Christ again. And actually this was very similar to the Hierophant card that we had yesterday. It's almost like they're telling me which card to pull next. So obviously it's the good tarot next for me. So Isis, so she's doubling up on her energy now. Let's pull one more goddess card. Butterfly Maiden, transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings you blessings. So we're in it. We're out of the chrysalis. We are now the butterflies. So our beauty is shining now. Because what does the butterfly... Everybody loves a butterfly. They're all different colours. They're such beautiful creatures. So you may be seeing butterflies as well at this time. Okay. Right, the good tarot is next. Because we got the Hierophant yesterday, which is the Isis energy. And the number 5. Okay. Let's see who we get. The Empress, number 3. How strong is this divine feminine energy now? You know, we couldn't get it any stronger. I mean, look at, you know, that's a 3. This sword is a 3. This, and forget, you know, remember the 1 and the 1 is the 3. So we're looking at the divine feminine plus this sword of truth is the alchemy. That's what we're here for. Okay. So, right, just let me put that on there. Right, so the unicorns want to come in and then I'll do a number. My spirit unicorn is proud to stand out from the crowd just as I am. And this is what we were saying about the your skills and abilities are very, very different. They are very advanced. You've trained for lifetimes for this, the Christ is saying. So it's not about hiding them anymore. It's about moving, you know, bringing them out into the light. It's about being that butterfly and showing off and flying around and saying, look what I can do. Okay. Right, I'll pull a number and then we'll do the fractals, and then Mary wants to come in. Adventure, 55. Remember I had 55 yesterday and we were coming through the base chakra. So this is an adventure. And also it's blue, so look at the throat chakra as well. So the 55 is also the 10, which is the divine masculine feminine within yourself through the 0 point energy. Okay. Right, did I show you the book for that? I don't think I did. It's that one. Right, let's, did I say... Right, I'll do the fractals. Let's do the fractals and then... I really can't stress enough how... oh, that just flew out. Number 6. Okay, so this is a solar sun gateway. And feel into that energy and see what keys and codes you get from that. Right, first one. So again, that's back to the gold. Second one. This one. Right, these cards have been a bit messy today. What's going on there? Commitment. So we had that the other day. You've committed to this. We're seeing it through now. There is no going back. We have everything we need. We're doing it. Okay. Commit to it at whatever level you can. That's what Spirit is saying. You're 100% whatever level you can. There's no right or wrong. There's no, oh, that person's, knows how to use telepathy and I don't. It's not about that. It's your unique talents. You're unique. Proud to stand out from the crowd just as I am. What you've got to give. What you've got to share. Okay, 22. For some reason they want another one for this. Alright, that to me looks like a dragon. The first one. It's a bit like a fire dragon, and then we're moving into this colour, which is Athena, the inner wisdom, the green. So today is the 8th and we've been asked to step into this teacher master number 22. Okay, starting to calm down a bit now. It's getting, I could feel the energy getting really kind of, really ramped up. Like, it's not my normal. I'm usually quite calm. I just felt kind of very, immediacy energy, but I'm okay now. Calm has descended with Sandalphon, who's bringing love into the equation. We have the love. And we also have the rose quartz of Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene. So this might be a good one to, you know, bring you into the presence as well. Right, who else wants to come on? Courage, Hanael. So have the courage of your convictions, he's saying, through the sword of truth. But what he's also saying is that if you are one of the starlights that are in a twin flame energy that you know you need to leave, Hanael is saying have the courage to do that. Okay, so it's not the easiest thing in the world, I'm sure. Especially now we're in social isolation, but once we come out of it, Michael is saying there will be a transmutation of energies, that of relationships that can never go back to the way they were. You know, when you've lived in close proximity with somebody for that long, and there is this you know, I mean, we do live with people on a daily basis, but we don't really see that much of them because we're either at work or we're at yoga class or we're shopping or we're doing something. When all that stops and you just have to look across the dinner table at that person, Michael is saying that is when the realization comes whether you can actually invest any more time in that relationship. And there are quite a few that won't be able to do that anymore. They will have been upgraded and their energy will just not resonate with the energy of the person that they are with. But he's saying we asked for that. Anybody that's on their own like I am, I'm just doing this. Well, not just, but I'm doing this with myself, my internal divine masculine and feminine. But there are twin flames on the planet that are doing this with another person. So what Hanael is saying is have the courage to say to that person with love that, you know, that you've come to the end of the road with this relationship. Okay. Because the adventure that awaits you will far outweigh the relationship that you've left behind. Wasn't sure if I'd shown you those or not. They're the ones I've just used. Okay, let's pull a starseed. And what Michael is saying, because of our financial situations and our, you know, our not knowing what's happening, it could be even more difficult to uncouple from somebody. But you've already got to the end of the pier. There is nowhere else to go. You've already got to the end. It's number 9. It's an end. You are held, but you have to. Oh right, okay, that's why he's showing me that one sec. This person, this lady, has just jumped off the end of this pier through this portal, because look at the colours, they're the same. She's gone through here and she's come out the other side. So she's come to Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. So it's about the life lesson. Radha's saying, do you want to stay with that person? Or do you want to rediscover a lost part of yourself, experiencing relationship, harmony and healing? Okay. So yeah, the energy has dropped significantly as I'm doing this reading now. It's calmer energy coming in. Okay. We got this yesterday or the day before. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. And this sword is facing true north. So you're already doing it. You've committed to this. Also, this commitment card is saying what I said at the beginning. Look at your chakras. Commit to looking at your chakras every day and making sure they're in alignment, because I'm feeling a bit short of breath, like the heart chakra. You know, maybe people aren't breathing. You need to breathe deeply at this time through this energy. Okay. Right, I don't know what these cards are. I very rarely use... Oh, I've got the book. I don't use them very often. The sixth sense connection. Oracle cards. Let's have a look. Right, I've been given 2. Let's have a look here. Right, confusion and autumn. Right, autumn is the 9. Again, we've been given endings, the end of a cycle. Why am I being given autumn? Oh, right, okay. By the time autumn comes, things will have changed significantly on this planet. They're already changing now, obviously, and we're in April. But by the time autumn comes, and I think most people's autumn is around September, is it? Oh yeah, September, because September's the 9th month. So we're looking to September for all this to start settling down. And I'm given 28, which is the 10, which is confusion. I'm not going to go to that one yet. I'm going to put that to one side for a sec. Right, let's go on animal. Which animal are we going to get to support us? We've got the dolphins here and the seagull. Right, okay, so we've got the water and we've got the air. The elements. We've also got fire. Where's the earth card then? We did have Gaia somewhere, I'm sure we did. Okay, freedom. The seagull totem teaches us to enter new pathways and roads that will move us towards our destination. King of the sky and the seas, seagull can teach us about love and emotions. In particular, remind us of our freedom to break away from others, either psychologically or physically, if they're doing us harm. So that's what this ending is, and that's what this water energy is. There's lots of release of emotion around leaving things behind that no longer serve us, and there's going to be a heck of a lot of that. That's what that is. Right, let's do astrology. Right, I'm just going to pull the first green, purple or blue one that I get, and then we'll do it that way. So, Aquarius. The energy is freedom loving, rebellious, idealistic and technology. So that's what the Seagull is just said. Freedom, rebellious, freedom to break away from others, either psychologically or physically, if they're doing us harm. So that rebellion is saying no more. I'm doing this no more. Okay, I'm standing in my truth, my sword of truth, as my power within me. Okay. Right, so we've got Mercury. Mercury's been around a lot the last few days. How you think, communicate, write, talk and travel. So that's the throat chakra. So look at how you're speaking to yourself and others and how you're communicating. And the first house, what people see and the impression you give. And again, the unicorn just keeps coming back to this message that we keep getting. What people see and the impression you give. Proud to stand out from the crowd, just as I am. When you look in the mirror, are you being the best of yourself? Are you offering the best of yourself to the world? You know, you look in the mirror and say, I am that I am. That's it. Just as I am. Okay, number 1. First house, number 1. Sword of truth, number 1. Your power. Okay. Right, let's do these little dinky geometry angels. I love these little ones. Angel of form, number 9 again. So we've got all the 9s. Oh, right, okay. The reason why they're giving me all these number 9s is because I'd written something on the back of the paper and I forgot to show you. So I'll just do this and then I'll show you what I wrote down. Each of us is uniquely different from the DNA in our physical being to our own fingerprints. Everything on this physical plane has a form. These forms can be built in the spiritual plane, with each form having the ability to create or destroy. The thought forms that we produce linger in the astral dimension, act as wandering influences, penetrating the astral body. So it's about thought forms again. And you know, I said the internal dialogue. What are your thoughts? What are you producing? Your thoughts, you know, create reality. But what they are reminding me is they gave me the word Wednesday, which is today in the UK, it's Wednesday, and asked me to work out the numbers. And I was like, what's going on? Why are you doing this? They gave me midpoint and they said that it was 999. There's a 999. There's an ending today. It's happening. There's an energy of 999. And they keep bringing out these 9s. So Lord Kutumi's got a 9. Angel of Form has got a 9. The endings have got a 9. So it's a 9 day. It's an ending of taking away any, you know, transmuting. Right, okay, Michael's coming back in. Transmuting anything that no longer serves you. Okay. Right, I've got... I'm going to do this tarot. I've got so many cards on my desk now. I've just got literally virtually every deck that I had. There's about 4 or 5 decks that I haven't used. Goodness. Right, okay. Right. We're on an adventure. They're definitely on an adventure. So I've got 55 again. And the number 55 we had was adventure, if you remember. So what this is saying is that, let's get these 2 out. Wishes fulfilled. These are the keys. You already have the keys and codes that you need to do this, is what, where's she gone? I'm starting to lose everybody now because I've got that many cards out here. Lady Venus is already saying you've got all of the keys and codes that you need. And if you haven't got them, like she said, where's she gone? Oh, she's there. She's hiding. Oh, right, that's why. because she's saying all the keys and codes are internal, they're within you. Okay, so wishes fulfilled, bring the keys and codes out. And also, I hope you can see those three. Hilarion is the master healer, number 5. So the 5th chakra would be, I always get these wrong, Ashtar, base, sacral, solar plexus, heart. So it's healing of the heart. So the green crystals, and Hilarion, I'm pretty sure, is the colour green as well. So it would be really beneficial to get any green crystals that you can and work through the healing of the heart through the keys and codes. But you've already got all the keys. Your wishes are being fulfilled. And the numerology card that I pulled was the 55. So this is the teal colour. It's an adventure. Lady Venus is saying dig down and ask what your skills and abilities are. What are they? Okay. Right. Pull a dragon. And then we'll do Mary Magdalene and fairies. Mary Magdalene wants to stand with the fairies. Right. Pure white dragon from Orion. Transforms your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know. Act with truth and honesty. Let your wings of light grow and expand. So, truth and honesty. Sword of truth. Joan of Arc. Voice of truth. That's what this is. So you can call on this pure white dragon from Orion, who will also transform your, ask them to cleanse your chakras as well through the white light. Okay. Right, so interestingly, the fairies and Mary Magdalene want to stand together, which I think is very nice. Okay, let's do this thing. Five of Spring, opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. Right, I know what that is. Right, so let's pull Mary Magdalene card. Rumi's not been out for days, so Rumi's going to come in as well. Right. Confusion. Right, and we've just had the confusion card as well, haven't we? I didn't know what this was, so now I do. Okay, so 5 is the number of action. Right, when the Christ was on the earth plane, from what we know, I mean, I know very little about the Bible or anything, but there was a lot of confusion at that time when he was on the earth plane, because there were people that followed him, there were people that weren't, there were people that wanted to persecute him, there were people that loved him. And what Mary is saying, that is what's happening on the planet at the minute. There is so much confusion around what we believe, what we see, what we're being told through the media, through our government, through people. And in all of this confusion, opposing goals arising from differing opinions. So what she's saying is, no wonder we're feeling at odds with ourselves, because there are still people on this planet that are wanting to, make a profit off the back of, interesting I said profit, off the back of this confusion that's around. But as Christ the prophet is saying, that is why you're being guided to look within yourself. That's why you're being guided to look within. Because all of the answers and the keys and codes are within you. They're not out there. They're not in the external world. They are in your awakening presence to the forever moment of now. And that's why our Moyra is really encouraging us to go look within. Okay. Right. Oh, we had this one last time. 32, number 5. Right, okay. So what this angel is saying is that inside here is a scroll, and in that scroll is pertaining to this particular angel. Nobody else gets to see that. It's the angel's particular keys and codes. So what Venus is saying is that that's why you have to go in internally, because that's what's in there. Your scroll is in here. Nobody else can show it to you. You need to go in and find it. So I hope that makes sense. Right, let's do this one. And I'm leaving Rumi till next to last. Sorry, I think my delivery might be here. It's not mine. Okay. Pendragon sword, balanced power. So, we're being given another sword. And this sword is also working with the fire dragons. So that's the Pendragon sword. Yeah, I know what that is, one sec. And we've also got the pure white dragon from Orion. So the dragon energy is very strong. Okay, so the clues in the word really, the Pendragon saying Pendragon. There is a saying that the pen is mightier than the sword. So we are all being encouraged to write, because we had the card of Mercury, which is how you think, communicate, write, talk and travel. And what the Pendragon sword is saying, there will never be another pivotal point. I'm being shown the sword again. Pivotal point on this planet where there's been such a major shift in such a short space of time. And we'll be encouraged to write that down and journal about it, if you feel guided, for future generations to read. Because you've got to imagine, they're showing me somebody that's reading about this in another 50 years or 100 years perhaps, and they will be absolutely you know, mesmerised by what's happening on the earth. And also it's a record for your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, you know, just to put the words down. Right, Rumi is still not wanting to come in yet. Let's do this one. I'm really not going to be able to find these cards now, so I'm just going to plough on. We've got 3 more and then the numbers. Earth healing, number 11. So, what this is saying as well, because it's in a twin flame energy, if you are struggling with a relationship at the minute and you are feeling that it's coming to an end, you can call on Gaia, the earth. I thank Lady Gaia for inviting me to be on earth, and gratitude for being here, but also ask her to transmute any lower energies that you're picking up from your partner or whoever that isn't particularly serving you very well. Okay. Right, let's do Starseed Tarot. It's this one. So we've got lots of 5s, number of action. We've got lots of 9s, which are endings of a lot of things that are no longer serving us. And we've got the 6 of flames. So we've got the number 5, which I've just said, but this is you. Number 6, this is your shining your light energy of, you know, just getting it out there. Your creativity, your writing, singing, painting, drawing, planting seeds, sun gazing, moon gazing, anything that makes you feel good and uses your unique skills and abilities. Let go, number 9. So again, this recurring theme of endings, number 9, letting go of anything that no longer serves you. And I do feel really strongly that this is relationships. A lot of relationships are coming to an end now. Okay, having the courage, Hanael's saying. Where have you gone, Hanael? You're there. Having the courage to take flight and do this. As soon as this social distancing is over, this is what will be happening. Okay. And equally, Sandalphon is saying, on the flip side of that, there could be people that have been in lockdown together that have really rediscovered their love for each other and their passion for their relationship, which is amazing. So it's not just endings, it can be beginnings as well. Because the 55 is 10, which is the 1, which is the new beginnings. Okay. So, just as I said, that number 10, 37, which is a 10, came out. The mirror. Other lives, past lives, dimensional lives. So, we had the first house, didn't we, looking in the mirror. So, again, this is a 10, which is the 1. And this is the 1. So, the 11 could be other lives, past lives, dimensional lives. So, they're all happening at the same time now. All these timelines are overlapping each other, I'm Moyra's saying. So that's what can be causing the confusion as well. Because we're not sure what's ours, we're not sure what somebody else's, we're not sure, you know, there's just this confusion around what's mine, what's external, what's internal. But again, we've got this 10 energy that is saying go within the 1. Go within and find out what that energy is. Is it yours or is it somebody else's? Because when you see all this lower energy here, and when you see this lady stepping through this mirror, that's what she's stepping through into. She's coming through here, and yet she's going to be looking at, you know, what does she see through herself? Okay. Wow, my goodness. Right, I think we are done. I just need to do Rumi and then the numbers. Oh, upside down. Okay, so it's all about you today, guys. It's all about you. What do you need to do within yourself to bring out these gifts and abilities? Number 9, surprisingly. Passion of the Wild Red Mother. So this is a big nod to Mary Magdalene, who had the courage, I've said this before, courage and passion to carry through her mission right through to the end, right through to the number 9. And that's what we're doing here. Okay. We also had Pele, melt into divine desire. So we've got words like divine, desire, wild red mother. Again, number 9. So it's through this base chakra energy, which I've been saying for days. Through this base chakra energy, number 9, we're letting go of anything that no longer serves us. Okay. And then we've got the fire dragons, this dragon energy, this passion. And the dragons are saying through this pure white light as well. So we've got this white light that's tinged around this red. Okay. Right. That was a mammoth journey. Let me... I'll just do the numbers, and then I think Metatron wants to come back and do one more card, which sometimes he does. I say it's going to take me ages to put all these cards back. It's commitment, people. That's what we have. Commitment to the cause. Okay. Right, oh, these are wanting to stand in pairs. Right. Got 8 there, haven't I? Do I need one more? Yes, I do. Right, okay, let's do this thing. So, we've got triple 3. So, that speaks for itself, really. Triple 3 energy is the Christ timeline. We're burning off the carbon and coming through into the divine inner light crystalline matrix through the divine masculine and feminine. The alchemy of that is you. This is you. Yeah, your own divine masculine and feminine within you. And then through the heart. And we've got the number 9 again. Okay, so that's the ending of this burning off of this carbon. This card always indicates to me a shake-up of an earthquake. Can either be literal on the earth plane, or it can be an internal earthquake where we're being shaken up to awaken to ourselves. And show me. Right, okay, so today's an 8 day. It's a very odd way that they're doing this. I don't normally do it this way, but so this is a sequence of numbers again: 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is Good Friday, so be aware of the energy that is now ramping up. Today is the 8th, and it's going to be getting to tomorrow is the divine inner light matrix completion, number 9 day. For some, not for everybody, for some, because we've got the triple 3 here as well. And then we've got Good Friday, which indicates to me that there is going to be something happening. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. Right, this can be twin flame energy shadow work, which would be the 11. And it can also be the number 1, which is the start of people doing their shadow work. And it doesn't really matter either way, because we're all in the now anyway. So that's about doing your shadow work. And I just want one more card to go with this King of... Right, I've got another king here. Right, so this is a nod to the divine masculine, who again are doing the shadow work, and this is what we come out with. We've got the 1313, which is the 4-4 portal, so there are a lot of divine masculines who are doing this shadow work, working really, really well, and operating from a soul love level to bring them to this King of Cups. Okay, right, so Metatron wants to just do one more card, and then my mammoth journey is over. I'm going to enjoy a nice cup of tea and work out how to get all of this on YouTube, which I do. Right, okay, so we've got number 3. So heart healing, which comes back to Hilarion as well. But the 3s are here. So this indicates that this carbon that is burning off and the divine masculine and feminine within yourself, the divine inner light matrix, is through the heart. Okay. So I said before, any green crystals will really help as well with you know, the release of emotion around these endings. There are going to be quite a few for the twin flame energies. Right, if you stayed with me this long, I commend you. Thank you for listening and watching, and it will be the day 9 tomorrow for the Divine Light transmission. So I'll see you then. Bye.